Welcome to Quick Tips for Academic Service Learning. I'm Charles Ganzert. Our topic for this segment is using ASL in the first year experience courses here at Northern Michigan University. And our guests here to discuss this subject are Kathy Reynolds, an assistant professor in the first year experience program, and Chad Mager, the graduate administrative assistant for the first year experience program. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The first year experience set of courses tends to be a cohort of young people who are coming to a university for the first time. They tend to be clustered in majors, and it's somewhat of an introduction to college and the community. Given those practices and goals, I'm trying to figure out maybe if you can explain to us how academic service learning fits into the first year experience.
Yeah, and as you said, it's getting the students comfortable to this community, to both NMU, but also the greater Marquette community. And by going out as a group to do service to others, they feel not only connected to Northern, but also to Marquette, to the needs of the people of this county and this town. And also there's a built-in camaraderie that happens when they serve together, shoulder to shoulder. And so that really helps the point of the program of making them feel welcomed here, a part of this community, and they're more likely to stick around and continue building those relationships.
Kathy, so I'm a new person. I'm thinking about teaching a first year experience course. I would like to come up with a really good project idea to get my students engaged. What do I do?
Well, probably the first thing you want to do is you want to talk to your students, see what they're interested in doing. And of course it all depends too on how large a group of students you have. If you have a small group or if you have a large group, how much you want to go there. The length of the program that you want to do. Do you want to do it for the whole semester? And then sometimes you can kind of get a little bit of an idea from the students, but a lot of it, you kind of have to go for yourself. Possibly, like lately, the economy's been struggling, so you might want to do something that possibly helps people that are unemployed, or possibly that helps people that are having a hard time out there. Also, there might be some other type of thing going on in the community, whether it be with the elderly, that is happening, and the times that I've done it too has been around the holidays, and so you can always think of a ton of things to do, I think, around the holiday time.
And these are some of the project ideas that you've done yourself?
The first year that I did it, we did a project with the Jacob Eddy Veterans Facility, and it was a holiday project where the students went in and visited with a lot of the patients that were there and some of the people that live there. They also did some types of a holiday get-together with them where we set something up for a couple days. We've done things with the Salvation Army, other classes that I've had. This last year, we participated in the food drive, and my students raised 385 pounds of food and also participated in the TV6 telethon, or the food drive that was going on during that time.
Excellent. Chad, what are some of the other potential ideas for projects, because service learning is a project-oriented effort, or partners in the community that you're aware of?
Yeah, since I help administrate the program, I hear from all the different groups of students in the first year experience. And case in point, in nursing this past year, they worked with the Children's Museum, and they have a human body part of the Children's Museum. And so they actually developed and created supplemental materials to add, and they were up for quite a while for the children to learn about the parts of the body or this function. Education blocks have gone into schools to volunteer. Some of the sciences has gone to Moosewood Nature Center to help volunteer. So there's really just numerous opportunities for different blocks, depending on their major, to find something where they can serve, but really fits. It really does help them learn. And look at where they're headed. I teach the social work block. We don't have a problem finding things that are really a way to serve that fits with where they'll be headed into as possible careers.
Do these projects substitute for perhaps a paper that might be required for the course? How do you structure the course then?
Yeah, I use it myself in my course as a requirement. They're required to do this activity, whether I used to do it in the past as individuals, they found their own project, but now I'm switching over to what actually Kathy's done and is going to do it as a group project. So there's more of that connectedness to each other, not just everyone just doing their own service. So I think there's a bigger, I think actually more benefit for learning when they're doing it together as a group.
Yes.
And how much time would you suggest can you devote to this within a structure of a course?
Well, when I worked with it with my course, I really didn't have it take up very much time. I mean, as far as class time. Now, outside, it might take them 10 hours outside the course, and yes, towards the very end there, when they visited whatever happened to be the project specific, then that would take up maybe during finals week is usually when I did that. So just a few hours during that time. And then prepping would maybe be one class and then maybe 10 hours outside of that, I'm thinking.
Okay, and how would you suggest the students reacted to some of these projects? Do you have a story?
I have had nothing but positive reactions from mine. You know, Chad was saying that he has it as a requirement, and I know some of them in the other classes have it as a requirement too. I didn't make mine a requirement. I did say, though, if they didn't want to participate in that, I would like just a reaction paper on volunteerism, and I've never had anybody that took me up on that. I've always had students that wanted to do it. Really, you know, as far as stories, I mean, I have students that are a lot of times just really touched by helping other people and take it very personally, and other students that get just really excited about being able to do something for somebody else.
Chad, have you had similar experiences with students?
Yeah, definitely. In my case, I've had students that, again, this is their first semester. They're really brand new, but have started a long-term relationship. And I've been teaching now in this over 5 years in the first year experience. And I have students that ended up volunteering and serving a certain organization their whole career here because of this first experience and exposure in their first semester. So yeah, it can be very powerful and quite an impact. And I've never had a student complain once about this requirement. At first they're a little afraid of it because they don't know, they're brand new, they don't know what they're getting into. But when they do it, they absolutely love it.
The Center for Student Enrichment has a volunteer center. I know that they try to link academic folks with people in the community. Have any of your professors linked up with them to try to find information?
Actually, it's the first place we encourage them to go to because the list is just so long that the volunteer center has, and it's easy. They have it, everything's done, the contact person. So we often actually point our instructors to them first, or their students if they want to get involved and do this. But especially for ASL purposes, we always point them to the volunteer center.
Excellent. Well, I think we're running out of time. So I would like to thank Kathy and Chad for coming in today to talk. We really appreciate it. I'd also like to thank our viewers for their interest in academic service learning. If somebody would like more information about academic service learning at Northern Michigan University, one resource I would suggest is our website, which would be www.nmu.edu/ASL. Or if you have more specific questions, I suppose maybe they could call us. My phone number in particular is 227-1646, and the Center for Student Enrichment number is 227-2439. Thank you very much.